Welcome to upstate New York, Syracuse University, and under the dome today we have a terrific clash in store. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Duke Blue Devils taking on the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Blue Devils will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. So Syracuse's offense will get the first swing of the game. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
Syracuse will be forced to punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. All the way back to the 15. Pretty solid coverage there. They'll stop him at the 26. So Duke's offense will have its first possession of the game. Pulls it in. It's King. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Finds his man. It's Anthony.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide, he sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass, he'll take that completion.
And the Blue Devils with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
The Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there, forced the TFL.
And the Blue Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moore. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Great job on the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. You get to have a little fun looking at the quarterback.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Blue Devils!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Gives him the big stiff arm. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Short of Indiana's Curt Cignetti, perhaps no one had a more impressive debut in 2024 than Fran Brown at Syracuse, and they're set up well to continue their success.
Well, Fran Brown did a great job in the portal bringing in Kyle McCord at quarterback. He really helped ignite the offense. Now all of a sudden you've got to replace that missing piece. So I think a big part of the success this year, David, for Syracuse offense, can you score points and can you have a consistent signal call?
Yeah, because you're losing that quarterback first of all and all the guys he was throwing to. So they won 10 games way ahead of schedule. Fran Brown promising now. Got to do it. Got to reload with some new cast of characters and a little more difficult schedule.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Got the quick pass.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Syracuse lines up on 3rd and short. The option look. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
They booted away on 4th down. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. There he goes. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Blue Devils come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
And the Blue Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He wants to take the top off. Pulls it in on the right. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on him, and in turn you see he breaks tackles and make big plays.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped it behind the line.
And that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
The Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. With the catch, it's Ross.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
The Orange with a ton of options available on 2nd and short. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Quickly to the tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
That's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The sure hands, it's King. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's King. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Yeah, and I love running my tight ends across the formation, just big targets that I can find a way to get the football to. Nice snag, nice little positive gain for my offense.
And the Blue Devils are on the move. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they love to convert this 3rd and long. Grabbed in the middle, it's Anthony. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
Man, this guy's closing in quickly on 100 yards receiving. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. We knew he was going to be a big part of the game plan and the strategy, but every time they've looked his way, he has been making a big play, and that's something the defense, they have to be aware of moving forward.
Quick strike complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Duke! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside is 5. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. Give to the running back. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line, but they stop him and knock him out of bounds.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
The Orange with a ton of options available on 2nd and short. The play action fake. Makes the catch. It's Nixon. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
He's got enough to give Syracuse the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trusting your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
You got to give the defense a ton of credit there on third down, able to force that incompletion on an absolute bomb. You can see why defensive coordinators get nervous facing this quarterback. He has tremendous arm talent. He threw that thing more than 60 yards in the air. But the defenders on the back end.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And you usually don't bring in dime packages for running teams. You bring in dime because you know they're going to throw the football. You got more speed on the back end to cover, and defensive linemen know they have their job to do. And their job is to go get that quarterback and get that sucker on the ground.
That's the end of the period, and Duke has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. The Orange will have to punt. Looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. From the gun, the running back has it. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Anthony. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
The Blue Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. The give on the inside. Oh, he's got some space. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Blue Devils are on the move. Right back to the well. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration, really quickly get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield, just like right there and create a TFO.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss, trying to get that first down.
The Blue Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Tight end now in motion. Going right to work up top. With the catch, it's Cook. Reaches into the bag of moves and finds his way up to the 31.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Caught near the sticks. It's Willis. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
Yeah, great catch, but great read. I love the quarterback understanding. You're going to see the blitz. I'm going to get the ball to my running back quickly, let him get the 1st down. Nice job by the quarterback seeing that really fast.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Ross. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Grab behind the line. It's Willis. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. He wants to throw it again. Finds his tight end. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down and run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They are going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
Sends it back in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Nixon. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, This guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Syracuse will send out the punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. From the gun, running back on the move.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
He'll sneak it. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
They go to the ground. Spins away from the defense. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. Breaks into the open. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
And the Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's difficult to contain athletic quarterbacks, but man, when everybody plays their assignment, it's a beautiful thing. I understand I got to take away this. I got to keep my eyes on the quarterback, make sure he doesn't pull that football. They weren't fooled, and the quarterback had nowhere to go with it.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. The give. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Going for 6. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
That makes the score 2-21.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Give to the single back. Got enough for the first down. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his 2nd PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big 3rd down play to keep the drive going. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Willis. Jukes his way for more. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Syracuse will be forced to punt. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
They'll give it to him again. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these, but if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll go to the ground. Powers through the defender. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to...
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Duke! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment beat. Dang, you talk about home field advantage? Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Hold and fired complete. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
And I like you got the first down of the drive. So maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Gill. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the tight end. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these 2 guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Got it in the middle. It's Willis. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Gill. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Tough to beat a good first half of football in a great town like Syracuse. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the dome in lovely central New York.
Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Finds his man. It's Anthony. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Blue Devils come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. And the Blue Devils, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The Blue Devils have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Power football with the run. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Quarterback on the keeper.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To the ground with the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Rides the back on the option, the give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And this one is perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Oh, he's got a chance. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. they were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
It's complete. There he goes. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play, 1st and 10 from their own 49. Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run, and this guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
2nd down coming up. Back to pass. Using the quick game. And he's brought down after a nice game.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
He'll keep it himself. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the 1st down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
On the ground, it's Willis. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have 2. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. And you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Moore. Makes a man miss. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but When you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Wants to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Moore. At the 35, he's open. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll go right back to the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. This dude is putting in work out of the slot, and he is just wearing out this defense.
Man, you see it, Reese, in football. These slot guys are so quick, so athletic. You back them up off the football so you can't get hands on them, and you just find ways to continue to get him the football. He's making plays, so I'm going to continue to throw it his way.
Finds the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Blue Devils can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run it from the gun. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
They'll give it to the back. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped, a gain of 3.
Second down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Blue Devils! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Number 7.
Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And he added the extra point.
The extra point is good. That makes the score 2-38. Syracuse 3.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Catch in the middle. It's Cook. Oh, he's got some space. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field. bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
After that huge play, they'll try to finish him off with another one. It's 1st and 10 from inside the 40. Red pass, it's complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside, defense.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Off the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's Ross. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Willis. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Touchdown, Cuse. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Lining up for the PAT.
For the extra point.
And it's up and good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's King. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Throwing right. A strike downfield. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch?
The Blue Devils have their offense in high gear. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's King. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, this dude's flown by 200, flown by 300, and now thrown by 400. Almost 450 yards in the ball game. This dude has been on point.
And the Blue Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
The Blue Devils, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Brings up 2nd down.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He'll pull it on the read. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Little. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Duke.
Number 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. RPO complete to open the drive. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's Willis. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll do it himself. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
And this defense, they were ready for that 3rd down. That you could tell they smelt the option coming, did a great job, aggressive, downhill, went and got it, got the tackle for a loss, forcing the 4th down.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Great place to start for this offense.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that is beautiful execution by the defense. What do I do with that option? String him along. Don't let him make a quick decision. Don't let it be obvious. Did a good job slow playing it, stretching it out, everybody being able to run to the football, use the sideline as a defender. Nice job by the defense.
The give to the tailback. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Reads it, fires complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
For an offense, slant routes and man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out. It's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Third down play from the gun. Got it in the middle, it's Anthony. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the fourth quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
He'll keep it himself. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
Trying to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
Extra point.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. You couldn't ask for better starting field position. The drive covers 26 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
The Orange with a ton of options available on second and short. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. The Orange lineup here on 3rd and inches. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Nice play call, QB sneak, yet another first down. And this offense, they've been on the field for some time now. They're helping their defense out, giving them some wins so that when they get back on the field, they'll be ready to play with their hair on fire.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Leaves it with the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
At the 46-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Shoots it to the left. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
He'll pull it on the read. Short gain on the play before he slides.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a 4th quarter game.
Makes the grab on the left. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Syracuse lines up on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Gets the back moving. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Looking for the score. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Orange.
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And it's perfect.
The kick
Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Running to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Back to pass on second down. Makes the catch. It's Anthony. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
It's third down, and they've got to get it to the 33. Give to the back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
They kick it away on fourth down. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. Gonna run it. It's Nixon. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him. Made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Wants to throw on third. Snagged in the middle. It's Gill. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down.
Now let's go get 6.
It's a draw. Nice move to keep running. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
The Orange could go for it all right here on 2nd and inches. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the fourth quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
The Orange converted and picked up that last first down by keeping it on the ground. Maybe they go right back to it. Catch in the middle. It's cooked. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Throws for the tight end. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense, continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
Splits those uprights right in half. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Finds a little space. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Today's final score, Duke 52, Syracuse 24.